I don't know what's happening. Okay, it's happening. 6 minutes like that, I can't see chat. Wow. I'm not redoing that. Should I redo it? That took 6 fucking minutes. No, that 6 minutes will never get back. What the fuck is wrong with me? Anyway, where we left off yesterday, they defeated a place called Jericho. They went around the city 7 times blowing a trumpet. And God must have been having a great time because he loves the trumpet. Anyway, they're going around the city 7 times. And then when the wall falls, they go through and just rip these people apart like bloodthirsty monsters, just completely eat them alive and stuff, like werewolves and vampires do. Anyway, then after they do that, they go and do this to a second place called IE. They go and demolish all the people. And that's where we left off and where we will be picking up. So come this way. I have the 6 C's for whatever time it is where you are. I have cannabis, cigarettes, coffee, chair with your name on it, cat bed, and canine space. Oh, and there's also a bird. So, come on in. We'll have a good time. And I don't know what the fuck is happening either, Miss Muddy. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, are you ready for a story? And I apologize to the other people watching. I don't know what's happening, and I couldn't see my chat. I apologize. I hope you have my intro memorized by now. So even if I don't say it, you could probably just think that I'm saying it because I'm probably saying it. Anyway, what do you think about this hat over my wig? I bet I won't sneeze my wig off now or laugh my wig off. Have you heard about that laugh my wig off yet? Where's Feather? Feather will tell you about laugh my wig off. I sneezed my wig off and then it turned to laugh my wig off. It was a thing. Yeah. Anyway, are you ready for chapter 9? And it came to pass when all the kings who were on this side of the Jordan, in the hills, in the lowland, and on the coast of the great sea, toward Lebanon, the Hittite, the Amorite, the Canaanite, the Perizzite, pretty much all their cousins heard about it, that they gathered together to fight with Josh and the vampires with one accord. But when the inhabitants of Gibeon heard what Joshua had done to Jericho and they worked craftily and went and pretended to be these guys. Look, these guys pretend like they're from a faraway country and go and trick Joshua into not killing their people. Right. And then they get all like moldy bread and old stuff and go to Joshua like they traveled a long way. But they didn't. And Joshua said, "Who are you and where do you come from?" And they tell him, "From a very far away country. Your servants have come because in the name of your Lord God, for we have heard of his name, of his fame, and all that he did in Egypt, and all he did to the kings of the Amorites who were beyond the Jordan, to Sihon and Og. Therefore, our elders and all the inhabitants of our country spoke to us, saying, 'Take this shit and go with you and see if you can ask them to be nice.' So we're here to ask you if you'll be nice. We'll make a promise to be your servants. Take this bread. Okay. This bread of ours. Okay, that's what it said. This bread of ours we took not from our provision from our houses on the day we departed to come to you. But now look, it is dry and moldy, and these wineskins which we have filled were new, and see, now they are torn. And these are our garments, and our sandals have come old because of a very long journey. Then the vampires took some of their provisions, but they did not ask counsel of the Lord. So Joshua made peace with them and made a covenant with them to let them live. And the rulers of the congregation swore to them. And it happened at the end of 3 days after they had made promise with them that they heard they were their neighbors who dwelt near them. Then the vampires journeyed and came to their city. Now their cities were Gibeon, Chephirah, Beeroth, Kiriath Jearim. But the vampires did not attack them because the ruler of the congregation had swore to them. And all the congregation complained because they couldn't be bloodthirsty monsters. When all the rulers said to the congregation, "We have sworn to them by the Lord God of Israel, now we may not touch them. Thus we will do to them. We will let them live, lest wrath be upon us, because we swore." And the rulers said, "Let them live, but they'll be the servants and do all the hard work." Then Joshua called for them and spoke, saying, What the hell is wrong with you, man? Like, what the hell is wrong with you for real? So, you're like cursed. None of you shall be freed from being slaves. Would None of you are going to be saved from doing the hard work. I'm the best on 2 times speed, Ricky. I love me on 2 times speed. So they answered and said, "Look, we know who you are. We know what you are. We know what you're doing. So Like, we don't want to die. We don't want to die, right? So, like, we did what we had to do, bro. Suck it. I'm just kidding. It doesn't say that. But it does say, like, listen, we don't want to die. So we'll just, you know, whatever we got to do by any means necessary, son. So, yeah, that's like what happened and stuff. So, Joshua made them slaves and delivered them from the hands of the vampires, so they did not rip them apart like bloodthirsty monsters. And that day, Joshua made them super slaves to do all the hard work. Um, Hold on. Okay. Anyway, we're going on to chapter 10. Okay. So we are going on to chapter 10. So, Muddy, what do you think so far? Like about these guys? Like, we're from a really far away land, but clearly they're not. Oh, hi, cousin, by the way. I think I already said hi to you. And yeah, I'm the best on 2 times speed. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, go back and start this on 2 times speed. But just know that in the first 6 minutes, I don't realize my sound's off. Yeah, it's only 6 minutes though. But if you watch on 2 times speed, it's only 3 minutes. I think that's how that works. Is Muddy backed up too? Muddy, are you backed up in time? Okay. Well, if you're here and watching, please chat in the chat. I would love to interact with you. Let me know what you're thinking. I am semi new at the live streaming thing, but I love to interact. And I interact between chapters and at the end. So if you're here, feel free to interact. Now, we're going on to chapter 10 of Joshua. We're in the book Joshua, and we're on chapter 10. Now, it came to pass when Adonizedek, king of Jerusalem, heard how Joshua had taken Ai and utterly destroyed it, as he had done to Jericho. I'm drunk with the wife on vacation in Montana. Hey! Oh, MacGyver. Oh, that is the best name ever. And I'm your super stone sage. So you can be drunk, just please don't talk shit. You know, no personal attacks. But other than that, we'll have such a great fucking time. Okay. So the king of Jerusalem heard how Joshua had destroyed um Ai and Jericho. So hold on. And how the inhabitants of Gibeon had made peace with the vampires and were among them, that they heard greatly, because Gibeon was great city. It was one of the royal cities. And because it was greater and all its men were mighty, therefore Adonizedek, king of Jerusalem, sent to Hoham, king of Hebron, Piram, king of Jarmuth, Jaffa, king of Lachish, Debir, king of Ablon, saying, "Come and help me. We need to attack Gibeon, because it has made peace with Josh and the vampires." Therefore, the 5 kings of the Amorites, the king of Jerusalem, the king of Hebron, Jarmuth, Lachish, Eglon, they gathered together and went up, them and all their armies, and encamped before Gibeon and made war against it. And the men of Gibeon sent to Josh at the camp at Gilgal, saying, "Do not forsake your servants. Come quickly and save us and help us, for the Amorite kings who dwell in the mountains have gathered together." So Josh left from Gilgal, and all the people of war with him, and all the mighty men of Elur. And the Lord said to Josh,
Gladiator. Gladiator. Josh. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Listen. I know. I know. I know it seems like it's going to be a lot, but it's not. It's not going to be a lot. Seems like it might be. Okay. Thank you, Matt Guyver. Stick around till the end of this chapter and I'll communicate more with you. Holy shit. Oh my god. What? What's happening in life? Oh my god. Okay. Listen, this is going to be long and droning. Bleh. So, I'm going to read it as fast as I can. Yeah. It's going to be a good time. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, don't be scared. Wait. What is it? Where am I in life? Oh, right here. Do not fear them, for I have delivered them to your hand. Not a man of them will stand before you. I'm your favorite cheerleader, Gladiator.
"Oh, let me tell you real quick, because a lot of you haven't been here. The Israelites, I call them vampires, and they'll split up here shortly. And Israel will still be vampires, and Judah will be werewolves, because I have a tendency to go out of hand, because these people in this Bible make me out of control sometimes. So, to save myself from being all fucked up and shit, they're vampires and werewolves. Um, also, also, Joshua, right here, the one we're talking about, is the only guy to tell God no and live. And nobody has ever pointed out that out before to me. Joshua in Exodus, he tells Moses to tell Joshua to leave, and Joshua said no. And God said, okay. Yeah, Josh was like, I'm not going. And God was like, okay, okay. And then he makes Josh leader after Moses. God really loves Joshua, and he is our gladiator because he's fucking tough, man. He's a tough man. So he's gladiator. Oh, yeah, I got mad brain damage. Anyway, anyway, that was all I wanted to say. Now I need to figure out where I was. Okay. And suddenly. So, Josh therefore came upon them suddenly, having marched all night from Google. So the Lord routed them before the vampires and killed them with a great slaughter at Gibeon. So they ran through and ripped them apart and ate them alive. Brah. Just like vampires, man. It was crazy. They chased them along the road and hopped on their backs and bit their necks off. It was crazy. Ah, oh, oh, oh. Right. And they struck them far down as Azekah and Makkedah. And it happened as they fled. What is happening? As they fled before the vampires and were on the descent of Beth Horon, that the Lord cast down large hailstones from heaven on them as far as Azekah, and they died. There were more who died from the hailstones than the vampires killed with the sword. Well, would you expect different? Then Joshua spoke to the Lord in the day when the Lord delivered up the Amorites before the vampires and said in the sight of the vampires, Sun, stand still over Gibeon, and the moon in the valley of Aijalon. So the sun stood still, and the moon stopped till the people had revenge upon their enemies. Yeah, I love Friends with Weed. Friends with Weed are the best. Okay. Is it not written? Is this not written in the book of Jasher? The book of Jasher. David is obsessed with that book. We haven't got there, but David is my absolute favorite. That's my baby daddy in real life, David. Man, I would hit that shit with the lights on. David is a Mac Daddy. Look, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, so the sun stood still in the midst of heaven and did not hasten to go down for a whole day. There has been no day like that before or after it, that the Lord heeded the voice of a man, for the Lord fought for the vampires. This happened in Egypt. Look, look, this right here happened in Egypt. So was this literally written 45 years before the vampires came out of, or before, was this written in the 40 years that the mofos were wandering around? Or did this happen at a different time? Because it definitely happened when they were in Egypt. I don't know. Then Joshua returned, and all the vampires with them, to camp at Gilgal. But these 5 kings had fled and hidden themselves in a cave. Oh man, this is wild. Look, look. Josh is so mean. Josh is just so mean. This is out of control. Okay, here we go. They hid themselves in a cave at Makakada. And it was told to Josh, saying, they're over there. And Josh said, roll a large stone. Roll a large stone against the mouth of the cave and set men by it to guard them. But do not stay there yourselves, but pursue your enemies and attack their rear guard. Do not allow them to enter cities, for the Lord your God has delivered them to you. Then it happened while Joshua and the vampires made an end of slaying them with a great slaughter till they had finished, and those who escaped entered fortified cities, and all the people returned to the camp to Joshua at Makakada in peace. No one moved his tongue against any of the vampires. Then Joshua said, open the mouth of the cave and bring out those 5 kings to me from the cave. And they did so and brought out those 5 kings to him. It was the king of Jerusalem, the king of Hebron, the king of Jarmuth, the king of Lachish, and the king of Eglon. So it was when they brought out those kings to Josh that Josh called all the vampires and said to the captains who went with him, come here and put your feet on the necks of these kings. And they drew near and did that. Then Joshua said, do not be afraid nor dismayed. Be strong and of good courage. Thus the Lord will do to all your enemies whom you fight. And afterward, Joshua struck them and killed them and hanged them on 5 trees. And they hung until evening. So it was at the time of the going down of the sun that Joshua commanded, and they took them down from the trees and cast them into the cave where they had been hidden. and laid large stones against the cave's mouth, which remain until this very day. Hi, Neil. Okay. So, okay. On that day, Joshua took Makkedah and struck it and its king with the edge of the sword. He utterly destroyed them, all the people who were in it. Let none remain. He also did to the king of Makkedah, as he did to the king of Jericho. Then Joshua passed from there and all the vampires with him to Libnah, and they fought against Libnah, and the Lord delivered it and its kings into Joshua's hand. He let none remain in it, but did to its king as he had done to the king of Jericho. Then Josh passed from Libnah and all the vampires with him to Lachish, and they camped against it and fought against it. And the Lord delivered Lachish into their hands also. Okay. And he took it on the second day and struck all the people who were in it with the edge of the sword, according to all he had done in Libnah. Then Horam, king of Gezer, came up to help Lachish, and Joshua struck him and his people until he left none remaining. From there, Joshua passed to Eglon, and the vampires went with him, and they camped and fought against it, and they took it on that day and struck everybody who was in it on that day, according to all the Lord had done in Libnah. Neil, we have new weirdos. They are super drunk and super stoned. His name is Matt Guyver, which is so cool. Okay. So Josh went from Eglon and came to Hebron, and they fought against it and took it and struck everyone with the edge of the sword. Everybody. He left none remaining, according to everything he'd done in Eglon, but utterly destroyed it and the people who were in it. Man, Josh was doing too much. He's doing too much. Man. Okay. We're almost done with this chapter. Like literally almost done. So Joshua conquered all the land and the mountain country and the south and the lowland and the wilderness slopes and all their kings. He left none remaining, but utterly destroyed all that breathed, as the Lord God commanded. And Josh conquered them from Kadesh Barnea as far as Gaza and all the country of Goshen. Okay. Even as far as Gibeon. All these kings and their land Joshua took at one time because God fought for the vampires. Then Joshua returned and all Israel with him to the camp at Google. Welcome, everybody. MacGyver, are you still here? I hope he's still here. Man. So, what do you think about all this fighting shit right now? All this fighting going on. Oop, they might have jumped out already. Well, so, Neil, what do you think about all this fighting? All this fighting. Well, oh man. Nobody? Nothing? Man. Okay. Well, there's some more fighting. And it came to pass when Jabin, king of Hazor, heard these things that he sent to Jobab, king of Madon, to the king of Shimron, to the king of Aksaph, and to the kings who were from the north, in the mountains and the plains south of Chinmarath, in the lowland and in the heights of Dor on the west, to the Canaanites in the east, and in the west, the Amorite, the Hittite, the Perizzite, all their fucking cousins in the mountains, and their cousins below. Herman and the land of Mitzpah. So they went out, and all their armies with them, as many as the sand that was on the seashore, and multitude, with very many horses and chariots. And when all these kings had met together, they came and camped together at the waters of Merom to fight against the vampires. Dun, dun, dun. Watch it on 2 times speed, Neil. I'm the best on 2 times speed. Because if you watch me after this, my voice slows down significantly because I don't talk as fast as you think I'm talking right now. Yeah. So you should watch me on 2 times speed so it's as fast as I'm talking right now. Something happens, man. Something fucking happens. I don't know what's happening. Okay. But the Lord said to Joshua,
Don't be scared of these guys. They're bitch made all day. Hey, Debs! Oh, cornbread is good. Yeah. So, God said, do not be afraid because of them. For tomorrow at about this time, I will deliver them slain before the vampires. You shall hamstring their horses and burn their chariots with fire. Leave the horses alone. Why? Leave the horses alone. What are you doing? I know, I know. I'm not saying anything, big guy. It's already done. I couldn't say anything anyway. I'm just like, why the horses, though? I'm sure there's a reason, and I'm sure it's a very great one, but why the horses? Look, I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Okay. So burn their chariots with fire.
Hey. Oh, that's one of my cats growling at something. Okay. Wait a minute. Hold on. My cats are freaking out. Okay. Okay. Cats are fine. Okay. So, Joshua and all the people of war with him came against them suddenly by the waters of Merom, that they attacked them. And the Lord delivered them into the hand of the vampires, who defeated them and chased them to greater Sidon and the brook of Misrephoth, and to the valley of Mitzpah eastward. They attacked them until they left none of them remaining. So Joshua did to them as the Lord said, and he hamstrung their horses and burned their chariots with fire. Why the horses, though? Like, I'm not Peter or anything, but the horses, why? Mm. So Joshua turned back at that time and took Hazor and struck its king with the sword. And they struck, okay, hold on. For Hazor was formerly the head of all those kingdoms. So the king of Hazor was the king of kings. And they struck all the people who were within the gate with the sword, utterly destroying them. There was none left breathing. When he burned Hazor with fire. So all the cities of those kings and So all the cities of those kings and all their kings Joshua took and struck with the edge of the sword. He utterly destroyed them, as Moses commanded. But as for the cities that stood on their mounds, the vampires burned none of them except Hazor, only which Joshua burned. And all the spoils of these cities and livestock the vampires took as booty for themselves. Booty, 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 we're rocking everywhere. I found you this new booty. That's what's up. Got Roddy. Yeah. Oh, a lot of you guys have not met Gatorati. Just wait till you meet. He's a good singer. Yeah, okay. And they left none breathing, as the Lord commanded Moses his servant. So Moses commanded Joshua, and so Joshua did. He left nothing undone of all the Lord commanded Moses. Thus Joshua took all his land. Hey, Lucky, what are you doing? No, Lucky is just. No, I don't know what she's doing that to Willow. See? No. What are you doing? Oh, Lucky, go. These damn cats. This is why. That's why I shouldn't have cats. They're worse than kids. I apologize. Hey, Feather, welcome. Okay, so I know where I'm at. Okay. So they kept the booty, but they struck every man with the edge of the sword until they had left none breathing, as the Lord and Joshua did. Then Joshua took all this land, the mountain country, all the south, all the land of Goshen, the lowland, the Jordan plain, the mountains of the. Israel is not a place. At this point, Israel is not a place. What do they mean? Israel's not a place. This is absolutely crazy. Oh, I'm so sorry. Hold on. Dustin! Hey, Lucky's freaking out on everybody. Okay. Cats. I'm totally sorry about your dog. I am not ignoring you. Okay. So, Israel's not a place, but whatever Israel was before, it's lowlands. From Mount Halak and the ascent to Seir, even as far as Baal Gad and the valley of Lebanon below Mount Hermon. He captured all their kings. Captured all their kings and struck them down and killed them, Joshua made war a long time with all those kings. There was not a city that made peace with the vampires except the Hivites, the inhabitants of Gibeon. All the others they took in battle, for it was of the Lord to harden their hearts. God's playing Risk by himself. God's playing Risk by himself. Okay. That they should come against the vampires to battle, that he might utterly destroy them, and they might receive no mercy, but that he might destroy them, as the Lord commanded Moses. And at that time, Joshua came and cut off the Anakim. These are the Norse god Anaki, the one that was locked in a box. Every 1,000 years, he gets released, but then locked back in the box or whatever. His name is Anaki, and he's a bad guy, but he's also a giant, and his children are giants. But the Anaki from the mountains, from Hebron, from Debir, from Anab, from all the mountains of Judah, from all the mountains of Israel's not a place yet. Joshua utterly destroyed them with their cities. None of the Anaki were left in the land of the vampires. They remained only in Gaza and Gath and Ashdod. So Joshua took the whole land according to all the Lord had said to Moses. And Joshua gave it as an inheritance to the vampires according to their divisions by their tribe. Then the land rested from war, and we are resting from reading. Man, that was a lot, and it was hard to read. Anyway, I want to thank everybody. Don't forget to press like and subscribe, especially if you had fun today. Red, I am very apologetic about your dog. I've never had to put one down, but I couldn't imagine it. I saw a kitten die and almost died, so I can only imagine. I've never had a dead dog. Well, really, I've never had a dog. I've really never had a dead animal. But I'm about to have some Chinese cat. Is that you, Willow? Is that you? I'm about to have Kung Pao Kitty. Kitten fried rice. Is kitty fried rice too much? I had a cat I called Kung Pao Kitty. But next cat I get, I'm naming it Kitten Fried Rice. I'll just name it Fried Rice. Well, was she sick? I mean, is it better that you put her down, or was it like one of those you were forced to? Miss Muddy, I love you. Have the Sweetest dreams after you give your pillow some head and your sheets some ass. Is MacGyver still here? Is every what does everyone want to do? Are we ready for bed? It is about 11 o'clock. Neil, what'd you do today? Oh shit. E- Oh yeah. Sundays I will not be live streaming because I'm gonna take that day off to try to get more videos of the baby raccoons. I like, I didn't used to like streaming, but I think I kind of like it a lot now. I didn't like it before, but I think I like it because I'm really good at the Bible. Not very good at much else, but I'm good at the Bible. So I like this. There ain't no trauma dump. You're fine. You're allowed to. You're allowed. We're friends here, man. Well, you know, we're all sheep dressed like wolves, so we only have each other at the end of the day. You know, well, at least I only have y'all at the end of the day. I ain't got no friends, and it is the end of the day, and I have y'all. Wait, I just dropped this. Didn't I? Guess not. I thought I dropped it. Oh, fuck it. So, um, what are people thinking about? I mean, Feather, I know what you're thinking about. Yes, that that is yes. I'm gonna try to get pictures and videos every Sunday to see how fat my little grandbabies are getting. Oh shit. All right, Feather, you give your pillow some head and your sheets some ass. And have the best dreams you can have right at this moment. I love you, lady. Yes, and Sunday I am taking the day off to try to get pictures and videos of the raccoons, the babies, so we can see how fast they grow. Cause I became a grandmother 4 times the other day on a live stream. 4 baby raccoons. And Neil, Dustin sent me a couple of videos, and I'm going to put uh, a a thing together and post it on YouTube here within the next couple days. So you can see I actually do have raccoons. Well, okay. I don't have raccoons. Nature has raccoons, and nature's raccoons adopted me. That's what happened. I love you, Miss Muddy. Good night, Neil. Ricky, are you still here? MacGyver, are you here? Good night, Ricky. Is anybody else here? Is everybody leaving? Man, Neil, you give your pillow some head and your sheets some ass. Oh, but give your dog a kiss first. You have the dog, right? Yeah, you do have the dog. Oh, that's Matt. Oh, I love him. Oh, that's Matt. He's such a brave boy. Oh, hey, Deb. Deb, I stopped at, okay. I stopped at chapter 11 of Joshua. I read to chapter 11. What are you thinking about, Ricky? That's Matt. That's my baby. That's the dad of these new babies. His name is Matt. Matt Coon Man. Instead of Matt Damon, it's Matt Coon Man. And then I have George Cooney. Because they used to steal my cat food like Ocean's 11. Yeah. And ever since then, they've adopted me. They used to nibble on my toes last year. I don't think they remember me this year, except for this is where food is. They won't eat out of my hand anymore. It's weird. I'm brushing my teeth right now. I'm covering mine in nicotine right now. Well, Neil, do you want to smoke this cigarette with me or this joint with me before we have to bid each other adieu? You should play it. Okay. I'll show you my raccoons. Dun, 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 dun. Hold on. Here it is. There's us. Okay. So these are my animals. What's the most popular word among pot smokers here? I always say, smoke 'em if you got 'em. Smoke 'em if you got 'em. I don't think we have a specific word. Cough, cough, smooth. And you do that when you drink tequila. Tequila is one of those smooth. Yeah, that was great. Oh, and what's playing here is my animals, my raccoons, my possums, my cats. Uh, I suppose they're not mine. They're nature's outcasts. They're the weirdos of nature. Do you want to post that thing one more time, Muddy? Like while we're look, that shy one. His name is Sheldon. He is like so freaked out by me. He still is. He still won't take food from me. But he remembers me. He's the only one of the raccoons that remembers me. And he will not take food from me, but he won't leave when he sees me. Okay, good night, Miss Muddy. What's a tolerance break? Dun, 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 dun. Oh, something's happening. Wait, hold on. I'm trying to do something real quick. I can't see. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Miss Mud Dog, thank you so much. Have the sweetest dreams ever. I love you. Oh, yeah. I never do that. I wonder if I'll get copyrighted watching my own video. And within the next couple days, I'll have videos of the new babies. So who else is still here? If there's people watching, feel free to chat in the chat. I would love to interact with you. No, that's so true. Ricky, that's so true. That's why I'm called your super stone sage. I'm just naturally stoned. That's how I got my prison name. I just stay high. Good night, Neil. I thought you already left, honey. Good night. Give your pillow some head and your sheets some ass and have the sweetest dreams ever. But I really did think you already went to bed. Miss Muddy, you're supposed to already be in bed. Man, I miss when the raccoons liked me. It's like they don't remember me or something. The winter went by and they don't remember me, but they bring their babies to me and just leave them here. There's 4 baby raccoons, like they're toddlers. They can't be any more than like, I don't know, 9 months old. and they just leave them here on my back porch and go run off. And that used to be how I would separate them because they used to fight all the time. So I flipped my bikes upside down to separate them. But I got rid of the bikes and just throw the food out there now and just let them fight over it. My brother, I believe my brother did that. Or is it a different cousin? But that sounds like something my brother Alan would do. Oh, Uncle Jim's son. Probably named after my brother. I'm just kidding. My mom's not that important to anybody. Damn, Ricky, I have to get ready to go to bed. I don't know how far back people are, but I'm gonna have to go here in a second. Oh, well, he's got it going on then if he's not related. Lucky kid. But I do have to get ready to go to bed. So I want to tell everybody, don't forget, give your pillows some head and your sheets some ass and have the sweetest dreams ever. Love you so much. Good night. Hold on, Miss Muddy.